Hey loves, this is the series for women who love deeply. Protecting your heart doesn't mean closing it. Protection isn't isolation. Boundaries protect openness. Your boundaries will allow you to be open when talking to men and still have love in your heart when you message through text and when you talk on the phone. I struggled with this probably my first and second year of trying to find my life partner. I found myself putting so much outputs, talking to so much men, so much nothing is going anywhere, but just nothing and alone at the end of it. So then you kind of like have a guard up because it's just been sifting through so much men that it's like it's just gonna like not be the person. So like I might as well just kind of like not care while going through it, if that makes sense. And it's not consciously. You're kind of losing hope, and sometimes it gets exhausting. So in order for us to keep that openness but still allowing us to protect our hearts so we don't get hurt, because in the dating game you can get hurt if you're not doing it right. That's what was happening because I was new to this and I was trying to find my life partner. I just had an epiphany and I knew that I was ready after everything I've been through. I was ready to settle down. Now it's like I don't even know how to date because I haven't looked for love in years, right? So it was very uncomfortable and I had a lot of pain. I got hurt in the beginning part. So I want to prevent and help that for you guys. So when we're dating, we need to have boundaries, like not just boundaries of like in life, but like boundaries in your dating, like in your dating of how, like for me, my boundary now is I don't go on any dates. I've been on like 10 dates in the last like 3 years. That is how serious I am and specific with my time, and only a select few of men have even got to be on a date with me, period, because I'm trying to find my life partner that's more compatible, that has the things I need, and if they don't have them, I'm not going on the date. They won't even get past the call, or they won't even get a call. You see what I'm saying? So I had to eventually learn this after dating now for 3 years, I would say, since trying to find my life partner, roughly. So because of all this experience I have, I've learned how to do it the best way that protects my heart. And I want the same thing for you, but you guys can still be open to love and excited to find your partner and not be exhausted and like, I'm just giving up. I might as well go have temporary and just go call up this last guy who was hot and, made me come. Like, I want you guys to not like just like put so much outputs and then try and then just get backtracked, because I've been through that shit and it hurts, especially when you're trying to find love and then you're getting hurt and you're like, what is happening? You're all over the place and you're like, I'm just never gonna find love. Like that guy could have been it, but it's not. And it's like, it's just horrible. And so if you have boundaries like from the beginning, and like you have your non-negotiables and like what you won't accept and what you will accept from the very beginning, you will literally prevent yourself so much pain during the dating game. Like, and that will eventually lead you, because you're so open and so happy and still happy with yourself and not going through emotional roller coasters of ups and downs of talking to men, and some of them are nice and some of them are mean, and like then they say this and this one lets you down, and it's just like, how can you literally be like truly your best self, open to like actually find your love and like to be happy in that without you just having pain, temporary pain from the last one that like you kind of got your hopes up, and like it's hard. You want to be your best, thriving, peaceful self when you find your life partner, and it just kind of clicks and like you can trust each other because you guys have boundaries. You guys have had boundaries. You guys weren't recently injured or messed with or hurt from the last one you just talked to recently. You see what I'm saying? So there's not going to be any overlap, and you won't inflict any of the pain that you're experiencing onto your life partner, your person. You want them to see your best version, which means you need to have strong boundaries when dating, in the dating space. Boundaries in life too, but like boundaries with your dating. So figure out what that is for you. You guys could use mine too if that resonates with you. But yeah, this is what I've learned for the past 3 years, and it's saved me so much time and energy, and I've had incredible experiences from the ones that I did go on dates. I've learned amazing things, and they're top-notch men. So I want that for you. And those moments that you do touch and lock into a man that you think maybe could be your one and you go on a first date with, that time you spent, you were just growing more confident and experiencing something like that. Even if it didn't work out, you were out of this world. Like, you're blessed no matter what. You know what I mean? And that's what I want from you. I don't want you to go on anything that's just wasting your time and like not going to be good for you. And then just hurts in the end. You know what I mean? Walls block connection. Boundaries are selective openness. So the walls, if you have with your heart, that won't allow you to like accept like love, like true love to flourish. Having those walls comes from pain that's not healed. If it was from the last guy you just talked to that like riled you up, or was it your last boyfriend, a serious relationship that affected you, something could cause you to either be upset with men as a whole, or just, you know, not trust yourself to love or pick the right man again, or just, you know, you're just maybe not ready for love. And so, but if you feel like you are, then you need to like effectively remove those walls so that when you do find your person or someone that's like you're curious about, you can show nothing but love and feminine energy and peace. So when he meets you, it's like, wow, like he's meeting a princess. You know what I mean? But if you have like these walls, you're not going to be vibrating in your most feminine, most peaceful, most healed, most loving, most allowing him to lead you on the date, taking you places, and you're just like seeing where we're going, and he's in the car, like, and you're going to another place or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like holding the hand, like doing the things, like feeling like the date and feeling openness to love. Like you need to have that vibration that you're ready for love. So we need to get there. So any walls will block that connection, and we need to break down those walls. Again, you have your boundaries. So even if you broke down the wall that protects you, you have your boundaries so no man can hurt you, right? No man can hurt you because you have those boundaries. You won't even allow the time of day to even have a conversation. You see what I'm saying? This is how you'll find your actual life partner, and you'll sift through the ones that aren't ready. The men could be good and they look good and they could be good. Maybe even they have a good job, some of them, but they're not emotionally ready, or they're not compatible with you. They're just simply not compatible with you, and that's totally okay. Like, and so because they don't have what you're looking for, then you just move forward, right? You have that boundary where you know who this person is, what you will allow them to do. Will you do it on the first date, or will you not do anything on the first date and stay in control? These things are questions that you're going to ask yourself. What do I want for my future and my man? Like, how will he treat me the first date? Like, will he respect me? Will he rush us? Will he be like, you know what I mean? Like, think about these things, have these boundaries in line so you can still be open and feminine and, you know, experience, and ask the questions on the phone ahead of time so you can prevent things from happening or pain from happening. Awareness keeps you safe. Being aware of yourself and what hurts you and what feels good to you and what you like and what you don't like. This is going to help the man, but also help you. It's going to help both parties, because you're not wasting his time or his money going on a random date that like he's over here spending all this money and whatever gas and things, and then it's just like he just feels like, you know what I mean? Like it was a waste, like it was a waste. So if you know that you're so self-aware that you know what you want and don't want, and what affects you and what doesn't, and what kind of a man you want to marry, like the actual character in this man. You don't even have to go on a date with tons of men. You'll be sifting because they're not that person that you're looking for, right? And then maybe every woman has different types, right? But you decide what your future like father of your children to be. So your daughter and your son are going to look at you because you picked this man to impregnate you. You chose the father of your whole family. You chose the whole leader of your whole entire family. So think about that when you're going on, like when you're dating, and like what you're looking for in a husband, because that is the father of your children. And then they're going to look at you in the future, whether like you did them well or did them wrong for your children. So think about that. And again, be self-aware to keep yourself safe and have boundaries, and self-aware to know what man fits you really well. I know, I've done the work. I've been doing this 3 years. So I know exactly what men will literally have me boiling and depressed and all over the place and not secure, so I can't even be happy getting my own work done that I love and I enjoy, the things I do day to day. Those men are not compatible with me, and I'll never marry them. I don't care how good they look or how much money they have. Never. And I would never do that to my children. Some women, maybe they want certain things and they like certain things, and they're some people, they're just different energies. I just know what works best for me, and I want that for you guys. I know like who I'm looking for that can make me thrive as a woman, to be even better than I am by myself right now. And you should figure that for yourself too. What man is going to keep you thriving better, that when you guys come together, you're already good and now you're even better because he's here. Like, that is the type of man you want to marry. And then eventually your children will grow better and stronger and happy too. You can love without fear. You can love someone without fear. It's kind of crazy because I know it's scary, especially if people like me have been through trauma in our past childhood and our last relationships when we were very young, or if it was fresh for you, like you've been through things and now it's kind of like fearful to like jump into something. I've been single 5 years, so I'm just not gonna like lie to a man. I'm just not gonna sugarcoat and pretend just to be in something. I'm just gonna stay single forever until I find my person. So for us, it's kind of scary because we've been holding out for so long that when one day we do decide to pick a man, it's like that's forever. And so it can be scary sometimes because you've been alone for so long, or because you just got out of a relationship and it was traumatizing and you're like, maybe you're just not ready for a relationship right now. That's totally okay. But you can love someone without fear, without fearing that like, oh, I'm gonna be unhappy, he's gonna cheat on me. All these things, you can love someone without that. That just means you haven't found your match yet. Because if you're fearful and you're feeling all these fears with even about to date this person, he is a red flag. He is a red flag. If you're fearing already, you haven't even lived with him yet. You're already fearing for your future. That is scary. That is your intuition. And just know that the truest, most compatibilist love that you're just going to know and like, holy fuck, I can marry you tomorrow, but we should wait because we're mature. But at the same time, I want to marry you tomorrow. That person that's going to be your one and only, that's going to have babies, and it's going to be in your genetic bloodline for the rest of your whole family's generations, that person you choose, you don't need to be fearful of them, and you won't be. So think about that when you're dating as well. Stay open with discernment. Discernment. The knowing, the feeling. Being open to, and you know what's best for you, you know what works for you. Like, if this is a red flag, you're decisive, then I'm sorry. I don't think we're the best match. I hope the best for you and you find your life partner. Emoji or whatever. You can block if they're the type of person that keeps messaging, or just let it be, depending on if you're using like IG, or if you gave them your number, depending over time, because sometimes they'll try to come back. Sometimes it's okay if you felt like the guy could eventually like grow, like he was on the edge of being close to being your person. Sometimes they grow and they come back. I've seen that actually multiple times, so it's possible. But when they come back, sometimes they come back and they still didn't grow at all. So it's like, why are you coming back then? Go find someone else that fits your life, because if you're not going to grow, then you need to find someone that fits your life, that fits you compatibly, and that's not me, So if you feel like it's absolute no and you gave them your number, I would say like you can just like close that gap completely, so no one's coming from the woodworks and you find your person, you're getting married or something, and they're trying to like mess up your marriage. Just like kick the guys out, like they're done. Like, you have to remove them. It's just better and more respectful to your future husband one day. If you gave them your number. If it's just on social media, I mean, you can block them, but just make sure that they're not like in your life, because at one point you did have a connection in a way, you kind of thought each other in some way, and you want to be respectful, so you want to not have any second guesses. And if you know this is not your person, then why are they there? Why are they still messaging you, right? So remove that completely. You have the discernment. You know what is right for you and what is not. So act accordingly and move accordingly with confidence and kindness. Kindness, kindness, kindness. Just because they're not your match doesn't mean they're a bad person, a bad guy, or a demon, or whatever, or they're just like a womanizer, a fuckboy, whatever labels, all the people do labels when you're in dating. Just because they're not your compatible match does not mean they're a bad person. Unless they're actually a bad person and you like literally heard things of them being like horrible to people, that's another story. But if they're just because you guys are not compatible, then that doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means that they guys just aren't a match. So we need to be loving and kind in our feminine energy and not be irritated. Some men I've watched get so irritated, so and like react and try to like be negative and mean in a way, kind of condescending. And when they do that, just know that like that is what you were going to marry and your children were going to have to deal with. So you just dodged a bullet. So always be kind. Always be kind with how you end it, but end it quick and efficiently, right? Because time is money and you need to keep growing and building and focusing on yourself. You only have so much hours in a day. Get your shit done and stay consistent and disciplined in who you are. And you only have so much time to scroll and even message people. So if you figured out quickly that it wasn't right, your intuition, you know this is not your person, nicely, I think we're not the best match, and I hope the best for you and you find your person. And that's it, right? Right? Quick and efficient. Because again, you know what's right for you and what's not. And if they grow up and be older and come circle back because they think that you're really special and they really liked you, but you just were not compatible at that time, that's totally fine. Again, but you would ask them questions and make sure they actually grew as a person before but then also if they're absolute no, then sometimes you don't want them to come back, then I would say take them off everything. But sometimes you do keep some door open sometimes, but at the same time know that sometimes those doors that you do open could be tampering with your future person. So be aware of that too. And then if you do feel like something's happening, then you kind of want to remove those people. And if you're already second guessing them, honestly, like, are they really your life partner if you're like second guessing them? I know that's another question for you to ask yourself, but like, I'm just thinking of that right now. We're both single right now. So as I'm helping you guys, I'm also like learning my things too. But if people just recently came back in my life, so, but it was a good guy. He was a good guy. He just kind of rushed us before, and I didn't like that he rushed us. But he comes from a good family. I don't know. It's hard to say because I feel like you can give people second chances if they're good people, but then like there is a reason why you guys didn't make it. So, but I feel like we can give maybe one second chance in the future. The first time, if it's not in the moment, if it's not a match, it's not a match. Like again, they're just not a match nicely and quickly and efficiently. In the future, if they grow up like years later and they come back, you can maybe give a second because maybe they grew up, you know what I mean? They changed and maybe they're a better person or you can trust them. But even the men have done that before. For some reason, I feel like I still don't trust you fully, that what you're saying is real. So I don't know, maybe it's not good to even let them come back either. Maybe we should all just like the men that we talked to, just completely if they weren't a match, then it wasn't a match. Let's find someone fresh that is. Because then there wouldn't be that little like untrustworthiness about if they're that old person. That's kind of not a good way to start a marriage if you think about it. I'll think on that point more, but I'm speaking aloud right now. We'll as we live more, we'll figure out if that's good or bad right now. But that's just what I'm thinking. But for sure that you know what's good and what's bad. So as you're talking to a man, you know what's best for you and what's not best for you. For like good and bad as in like good and bad for you. Like if you were with this guy, you wouldn't be as happy, so that's not good for you. And then if you were with this guy, you would be more happy more days of the year. 365 days a year, being with this man is good. I don't like to use good and bad, those two words, because it's not what I'm trying to say. Like it's not one's a bad guy, but I'm just saying it's like a green flag, I guess, and a red flag for you specifically. And then you'll know that this man will give you more happy days than the other one. Here are some affirmations for you to use. I protect without closing. My heart is safe. I love with wisdom. Stay open wisely. This is video 11 For the women who love deeply, I'm here for you. I got you. I am you. We love so deeply that we need to protect ourselves, because one day a man's going to be really lucky to have us, but at the same time we can get really hurt along the way, and that's happened to me. And I want to be here for you because it's happened to you most likely, because we're so emotional and fragile. We give our heart and our soul, and we give a lot, and we're so emotional. So I just want you guys to know that, like, have boundaries, and you know what's right and wrong for you, and don't allow people to convince you to try, because I know you're a good person, and you want to just like be nice, or you want to, sometimes maybe you had a past of people pleasing. That's why you love so deeply and you're so passionate, and so because of that it kind of can end up backfiring and hurting you. So I'm just here to remind you that, like, we need to have boundaries, and you know what's right for you and not. So wait for your person, because he's going to deserve every bit of your love when you do give it up. And you're kind of like vibrating with love to give. You want to just find your person and just, So don't rush it. Just continue growing and developing yourself and your confidence, and you're happy in your life. And then your person will come and he'll be super grateful to have you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.